Hello, hello! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Lauren if you haven't met me yet. Today's video, guys, my favorite time of the month, my favorite video to film, the TBR jar videos. I say this every time, but guys, can you even believe that it is already June? Like, literally, where has 2026 gone? Honestly, like, this year has just flown by, and I honestly can't even believe that we're already on the 6th TBR jar video of this year. Like, halfway there, guys. Literally halfway there. That's crazy work. And guys, today, in fact, y'all know, if you just watched my recent video, that we did a giant book haul. A giant book haul. So you guys definitely need to go down in the description and watch that video if you haven't seen it yet, because we got a ton of new books. And so naturally all of those books are going to be joining us here on our new TBR. So let me like scoot over, that way you guys can see the whole TBR. This shelf right here, all of these books are on my physical TBR. Everything else I've read, but these are the books that we're going to be choosing from in today's video using the jar. And then as always, you know, there's some books that I want to read but I don't own them physically, so I'm going to be going on my Goodreads probably as well if there's something I have in the back of my mind that I've been wanting to pick up but maybe I don't have the physical copy yet, or maybe I just don't know if I want to get the physical copy. My bookshelves are getting quite full, so I kind of have to be a little particular about what books I choose to bring into my physical space here. But with all that being said, let's just get right on into today's video. Let's pick out the very first prompt we're going to be choosing. If y'all know me, I usually pick around 6 or 7 prompts for these videos, and then we may or may not get to all of them. Y'all just will have to wait and see for the monthly reading wrap-ups at the end of the month, and then you can know from there whether we got to them or not. But these are just kind of like ideas to get me excited for the reading month ahead. So let's go ahead and pick our first prompt of the video. Let's see what we've got. Guys, perfect. I swear I've gotten this prompt so many times and I literally know exactly what I'm gonna go for. A book with a number in the title. I swear I've gotten this. I don't know. I put all the ones that I've already gotten in my little cup that I got as a gift. So these are all the ones that we've gotten before, and I don't want to like reuse them because I feel like, I don't know, there's really no reason to reuse the prompts, so they just kind of chill in that little cup. It's just cute. I don't know, like people are hating on it, but I think it's cute. But yeah, let's see what our options are. I feel like there's only one option, but let's just make sure. Yeah. Oh, actually, there's 2 options. Okay, we've got 2 options for this prompt. The first one I was just kind of thinking of in the back of my mind because I've been in the middle of this series and it's exciting to me, and that is Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. This is the 5th book in the Boys in Common series, guys. And if y'all know, I literally have, like, I adore this series. It holds such a special place in my heart, and like all of these characters, I'm just so attached to them. If y'all haven't heard of this series somehow, miraculously, I don't know. The first book is Binding 13, and then Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6. Those are the 4 that I've read so far, and then this is the 5th one. Boys in Common, oh my gosh, like literally, when I tell you, every single one of these books so far have been a 6-star read. How that is, I have no idea, but we just gotta go with it. Like, these are perfect. Each of the different numbers, so like Binding 13, Keeping 13, that follows one couple. Saving 6, Redeeming 6, that follows another couple. And then Taming 7, we're following Gypsy and Claire. Oh my gosh, this is like, you know how there's those people out there that like kind of mask their trauma with like humor? That's pretty much them. I mean, I'm a little bit scared. This is the shortest book though so far, so I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna go. And then from what I've heard, this isn't people's favorite, but I'm still really interested in their story. Like, I need to learn why they are the way they are. We've gotten hints, but just I need to know more. And also, if you're planning on picking the series up, be warned. It is a romance, but the trauma is like absolutely insane. Like, trigger warnings galore, although I wouldn't necessarily search them up if you don't want to be spoiled. So anyway, the other book though that has a number in the title is in fact One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Has the number 1, I guess. And I was even remarking on this in my book haul video that I just posted for you guys. I'm pretty sure this is a duology, pretty sure, but I could be mistaken. I think it's funny that the first book has One Dark Window, like the number 1, and then the second book is titled Two Twisted Crowns, which has a 2 in the title. Like, I don't know, I just love that. Maybe it's a coincidence, but I feel like the author had to do that on purpose with books 1 and 2. This book, honestly, I have not really much of a clue of what it's about. I just think the cover is beautiful. I've heard so many great things from people that have read this, and yeah, the back just says Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Wait, is this a romantasy? We need this. This could be so good. I've just been in such a fantasy mood, so honestly, I would love love to pick this book up. But I feel like given the fact that there's these two just amazing choices, honestly, I feel like I have to go with Taming 7 just because I'm in the middle of the series. It is going so well and I just need to see these character story. Like, I know myself, I will read this book no matter what, so we might as well include it in today's video. Like this one, we might pick it for another prompt, we might not. Like, I'll get to it eventually, but this one I'm just so excited about, so honestly we have to do it. The first book we're gonna be picking is Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. I'm literally so excited. Where should I put our selections? Should I just put them like up here? That way you guys can kind of see what we've picked. Maybe so, that could be good. Okay, I'm gonna put this one back though, because we could always go back and re-choose it. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and pick our second prompt. Guys, I also kind of have to keep an eye on the time because I do have to work today. It's 1:37. I have to be there at 3:30. I have to leave at like 3. And I still have to get ready, but let's pick, what does this prompt say? A booktuber slash booktalker recommendation. Literally like any of these books could go for that prompt. Like any of them. Let me think here. Okay, so for sure, guys, literally like any of them. That's like where I get all of my book inspiration. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I have some good ideas though. I picked out 2 different options yet again that I'm really excited for. The first one, guys, is the Poppy War. Yes, I kind of have them all here in their trilogy box set moment, but I didn't want to take them out. Like, they're pretty much in there. So, but obviously we would just be choosing the Poppy War, which is the first book in that little series. Guys, I heard so many amazing things about R.F. Kuang as an author, and I not only own these, but I also own Babel by her. I've had that one on my TBR for forever, and I just have been procrastinating it. Like, literally, there is no reason I should be procrastinating these books. Like, I've heard so many people that read these just have the most amazing time with them. They're like 5 or 6 star reads, and while that intimidates me so much, I just, like, I need to get real with myself and just read books that I know I'm gonna love. Like, I could read all these little fillers all day, but there's just something incredible about a 6 star. Now, are these like intense fantasy, war, traumatic books? Yes, but like, I feel like I could be ready. I don't know. This after Taming 7 would be crazy. Anyway, but the other one I picked here, just because I'm trying to narrow down what I actually genuinely want to read, because all of these could go for this prompt, I picked out Zodiac Academy by the Twisted Sisters, or also known as Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. This is the first book in that series, The Awakening, and guys, I've also heard so many amazing things about this series as well. Granted, I only own the first book at the moment, but just looking at it, it just, I don't know. This is like the complete opposite, honestly, when looking at fantasy compared to the Poppy War. Like, genuinely, this book is just gonna be a great fun time from what I've heard from other people. You like can't take it too seriously. It's definitely got a comedic side, but I just am in the mood for that. Like, I literally just, I don't know, like I could read anything. I'm in such a reading mood, guys. Y'all have no idea. I'm like, I feel like I don't have time as much as I want to sit down and just binge books. Anyway, this book right here, I'm pretty sure it's like an academy setting. Very comedic, as I said. You can't take it too seriously. The only thing that I've heard about this that is kind of making me hesitate a little bit is the fact that it's a bully romance. Guys, y'all know my experience with The Cruel Prince. I did not like that book. And what was that? A bully romance. Yeah, so I think I'm just knowing. So I think knowing ahead of time that this one is a bully romance and going in with that mindset is gonna be good for me. I'm excited, I'm excited. But honestly, guys, the one, like, let's be for real. The Poppy War, it's just been on my TBR for so long. And like, not only do I have the Poppy War, but I have the other 2 books in that trilogy. And then, like I said, I have Babel as well. So this could be a whole thing. I'm about to finish Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. And once I finish that book, the very last one, I am wanting to start into a new fantasy series, and this little trilogy could be good. Honestly, like, it's not too much of a commitment. Like, 8 book, 9 book series, and like they're not even that long. So I think we're gonna go with this, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Because yeah, guys, I'm in the middle of reading 2 books right now. Because let me just explain myself. Okay, so I'm reading House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, the 3rd and final book in the Crescent City series. And then y'all know I'm going to want to do my action rereads, so stay tuned for that. But I'm also reading The Mistake. Yeah, The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I kind of took a pause on The Crescent City because my Spotify ran out of listening hours, and I'm loving doing like the immersive reading experience. The only thing is that book, for some reason on audio, it like skips over certain phrases. Like, instead of saying he said, she said, it'll just say the dialogue, and so I have to like pause it and read the physical book at the same time. But it doesn't matter to me too much, like, because I'm still reading the physical book. Like, I won't just listen to the audio by itself. That way I get the whole story. It's kind of like an immersive reading experience. But like I said, I ran out of audiobook hours, so I picked up The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I read the deal in like 2 days, and then I really just wanted to get into the second one. Don't own those physically, but I just really want to watch the show. Like, what can I say? And y'all guys have to tell me, like, do I need to read the whole off-campus series before watching the show? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm like, do I only need to read the first two, or can I go in? Like, are the seasons based on the different books in the series? How does that work? Y'all let me know. We're getting off topic. Let's pick the third prompt here. Let's see what we've got. Guys, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. No way. Literally no way. There's like a limited amount of these in this jar, and you're telling me I just got a free pick. Free pick exclamation point. That is crazy. Guys, what can we pick? What can we pick? Literally, the choices are we can pick any of these books. Oh my gosh, what do I want to go with? Okay, let me get a full view. So let's think of what we've got here. We've got a fantasy book and we've got a romance book, which are pretty much the two genres I read, if we're being honest. So let's see. Okay, pretty much all of these from here on are fantasies, and then all of these are romances, and we've got this one random nonfiction, I don't know. But let me think about this real quick. I've also really been wanting to read another thriller book, and so I feel like I could definitely pick something of that sort. Like, could I? I could also pick the third book in the off-campus series, depending on what that is. I don't know. Guys, the What Could Be Ours here. Part of me wants to just pick one of these other romance books and be done with it, but I'm like thinking about what I'm in the mood for, and a thriller sounds so good. But I've stopped buying thrillers to keep them on my shelf because you read them so quick and then they're just done, and I feel like I never picked them up again. So let's search up different thriller options. That could totally be good. Let me search up the queen herself, Frida McFadden, and we're gonna see what some different options are here. Ooh, okay, The Teacher by Frida McFadden. Let's see. Like, genuinely, there's just so many books by her. I kind of want to read her entire backlist, if we're being honest. Let me pick one that's like a high rating. All of these pretty much have a 4-star. Oh, I've heard, The Perfect Son I really want to read. We could go into this one. But I don't even really want to read what these are about. Like, I saw somebody read this. I can't remember who it was. Maybe Carla, and she seemed to really like it. I can't remember. But like I said, I don't like reading too much into the descriptions. We could totally go with The Perfect Son. Oh, Dear Debbie is her new one. Once again, no idea. This one's a 3.97. The Surrogate Mother, 3.90 star rating. Ooh, I think we're gonna just pick The Perfect Son and be done with it, because guys, this one, from what I know, and I could totally be butchering this plot, but I'm pretty sure this is one of those where it's like the kid is trying to live up to the parents' expectations, maybe, and I've been loving reading about that. Like, it's just so interesting to me, and yeah, totally could be butchering, but we'll see. Kind of is like reminiscent of The Boyfriend, or maybe that was The Inmate, one of those that I read by her, where that was kind of a theme in there, and it was so interesting. So yeah, we're gonna pick that one. We're just gonna go with it. The third book. Let's go ahead and pick our fourth prompt now. Guys, we're cruising on through. Okay, that'll be a nice little mix. I'm happy with the way this is going. Let's pick this one. It's kind of open. I don't know, it just looks interesting. A book that takes place in a different country. Whoa, we even have anything of that? Ooh, this will be interesting. Okay, you know what? Does the fine print, I've been meaning to read this one for so long. It doesn't really look like it. By Lauren Asher, let's see. Magnolia Parks, if I'm not mistaken, that's either in London or New York City. Guys, like, I just bought this new little cover. It's so cute. Britain, okay. We can totally go with this one. This one takes place in Britain. We've even got like the London clock tower on the back, if you're not. For sure, they're like, this is definitely not in America. That could be good. This series, I've heard so many good things about the Magnolia Parks universe by Jessa Hastings. Guys, I've been meaning to get into this one for a while. It's kind of like one of those just iconic series, but in the back of my mind, I almost want to finish Boys Are Common first. We've got these like high-class socialite people, and then like the bad boy, from what I know, and it's just like a lot of drama, and I love that in a book. But let's see, I might want to get through Boys Are Common first. King of Wrath I don't want to pick up. Okay, I know one of these took place outside of the United States, but I don't think this one does. Twisted Games did, but not Twisted Hate. Interesting. Okay, I feel like the fantasies are kind of not really gonna be an option because yes, they're in a different country technically, like they're not in the United States, but they're also not really in a real country. They're just kind of in their own little thing. Guys, maybe Magnolia Parks is gonna be the one we're gonna have to go with here. But honestly, I'm not even disappointed in that. Wait a minute, where does Addicted to You take place? It literally doesn't say, but I feel like this one is also America, more than likely. You know what, actually. Pause right now. Redeemed by Lauren Asher. Guys, this is the 4th book in the Dirty Air series. And guys, this is an F1 driving romance, so where does it take place? Literally all over the entire world. Like, parts of it are America, but most of it is like all over Europe and that kind of thing, as these race car drivers are competing in the F1. So guys, I've read all 3 of the other books. Kind of more of a palate cleanser vibe, if I'm being honest. Like, it's kind of just like a fun time. Like, not anything too serious, and it's not gonna be like an amazing love story, but we have Santiago and Chloe. Wait a minute, who was Chloe again? Was she in the other books? I remember Santiago. He was the brother of the female main character in the first book, so that'll be interesting. But who the heck is she? Oh, it's fake dating! Oh my gosh. She's in a fake relationship with a local who happens to be my father's favorite Formula 1 driver. Wait, why are they fake dating? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Guys, like I said, just a fun time, good palate cleanser vibes, and I honestly am kind of ready to like wrap up this series. That way I can get into Lauren Asher's other series. Like, something in the back of my head makes me want to read them all one at a time, even though they have nothing to do with each other. I don't know. Yeah, okay, the 4th book we're gonna go with is Redeemed by Lauren Asher. Yay! Hey, 5th prompt. Guys, I for real need to make some new prompts. We're running quite low. I need to for sure probably do that before we start, before we make my next month's TBR jar video, because we're quite low. But anyway, let's see what this prompt is. A book with the color blue on the cover. Interesting. We have a lot of contenders. A lot of contenders, might I say. The fine print, is this blue or gray? This is honestly blue, I feel like. Wouldn't you say? It's kind of blue. But yeah, I mean, I guess if I finished Redeemed, I could go with this one. This is part of the Dreamland Billionaire series, so guys, we have these billionaire men. What more could you say? Anyway, what else? Oh my gosh, yeah, duh. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Haven't read an Emily Henry in a long time. This could actually be so good. Wait a minute. I've picked this so many times for like potential TBR books, or maybe I've even put it on my TBR and just not gotten around to it. I don't know. When's the last time I read an MHM? Was it in 2025? Probably. The last one I read, I think, was Funny Story, or maybe People We Meet on Vacation. I think Funny Story, because then the movie came out where People We Meet on Vacation. I don't know. Wait, this could actually be so good. This one follows 2 rivals. I think they're 2 authors. Yeah, a plot twist they didn't see coming. Oh wait, Charlie Lastra is an editor. I've heard so many good things about Charlie Lastra. Like, I've heard he's people's #1, like, high up on the list book boyfriend, so we'll have to see. And one thing about me is I love Emily Henry's banter. I love reading about good banter. I don't know why, it just like does something for me. And as we're approaching the summer months specifically, this could be such a good time to like read out by the pool or whatever. Guys, wait, this could actually be good. Okay, that's an option for sure. Otherwise, yeah, these don't really have enough blue. We could go with Heavenly Bodies. I don't know. This one keeps ending up on my TBR, but then I just... Oh my gosh, did y'all see that? Look, they all fell. But then I just never get around to it. I don't know. I feel like this is also kind of like fall vibes. Yeah, we're gonna go with Book Lovers. We're gonna do it. This is just such a summery vibe. Like, guys, we can save all of these, you know, fantasies as we're getting into more of the fall season, but for now, it just feels like such the vibe. But honestly, y'all know me. Like, I'll read any book any time of the year. It doesn't really matter. Like, I could totally be into like a spooky vibe in the middle of the summer when it's 90 degrees outside and it's the 4th of July. Like, anything goes. I don't know. It just depends on my mood. Okay, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the book. So we're on 6, right? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're on the 6th prompt. Okay, crazy. How are we already on number 6? A book with a title you love. That's kind of fun. Wait, do I have like a title I love? What the heck? Let's think about here. Okay, Atomic Habits. Not in the mood for a nonfiction. The Fine Print. Doesn't really do anything for me. Magnolia Parks. Like, yeah. King Wrath. Addicted to You. Twisted Hate. Phantasma's kind of creative. Not gonna lie. Like, that's kind of a creative title. I don't know. And also it's a pretty cover. Like, look at that. Y'all know me. See, I was literally just talking about summer romances. This is like kind of the opposite. Like, this I'm pretty sure is a spooky vibe. I read the back of this and it low-key reminds me of the Carvel series. Like the challenge and then fighting for your sister and all that kind of stuff. Like the game of Phantasma just sounds so similar to Carvel. I don't know. And I love that title, to be honest. I also love the One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns titles. Serpent and the Wings of Night. Kind of creative, but also a mouthful. Fable. Heavenly Bodies. Once Upon a Broken Heart. Ooh, we could also go with this. Wait, yeah. We could go with Once Upon a Broken Heart. That's a pretty title. Like, it's just kind of cute. Very fairy tale vibes. Yeah, wait. I think we're actually gonna go with this one because I've been kind of meaning to get into this series. As y'all know, I finished Carvel recently, and this is kind of like the following series to Carvel. Like, I pretty much the only reason I read Caraval was because I wanted to get into this series, and I knew that there was a spoiler for this one in Caraval, so had to read that one first. But now that I finished it, I'm just so eager to get into this one. We've got character crossovers, just kind of like, now that I understand what Stephanie Garber's writing style is, I'm like even more just eager. It's just so whimsical and like YA, but in the best way. I don't know, like she has a very flowery writing style. You have to be kind of in the mood, but I think we're gonna go with this one actually. I'm excited for Jax in this one. I've heard about him, and yeah, we read about him in Caraval, so I'm excited to see how his character develops in this one. There we go. The 6th book on my June TBR, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Honestly guys, I'm like in the mood to read. Like, let's freaking pick another, because why not? Literally, why not? Is that the one I just chose? Yeah, we're gonna put this in the chosen bin. Let's pick one more. One more, just for fun, and then I'm for sure gonna have to make more prompts. Ah, this is the moment of truth, guys. The moment of truth. This one's been picked. What does it say? What does it say? A book you think will make you cry. Great. Okay, oh, I don't even know. I would say Taming 7 because I think, yeah, like all those books made me cry. Ooh, I don't know, guys. Wait, what of these books will make me cry? I don't even know. Will Addicted to You make me cry? Ooh. Will Heavenly Bodies make me cry? Wait, I'm gonna search that up, but I also don't want to get a spoiler. Frick. Guys, we might have to pick one that's not on my physical TBR, because I really don't think any of these will make me cry. It takes a lot to make me cry in a book. But, you know what I have heard of that actually I picked in my TBR before and then I just never read it. I'm sorry. But The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. You guys, I've heard some things about that book. I've heard some, you know, some thoughts. It's quite emotional apparently. Once again, couldn't tell you what it's about, but I've heard that will in fact probably make you cry. So I think we're just gonna go with that one and call it a day. Like, I need to get into Kristen Hanna. I haven't read any of her books, but I've just heard that they're all kind of emotional. But I do love a book that can make me cry sometimes. Like, sometimes you just kind of need that. I don't know. Get your emotions flowing. Might be good for you. Might also not be good for you. Couldn't even tell you. But yeah, let's go with that one, shall we? Why not? So now we picked 7 books. I think that's probably a good amount for our TBR for this month. I don't want to overdo it too much, but I also wanted to give myself a good variety. As y'all know, I'm kind of a mood reader. Like, I'll just kind of pick whatever I'm feeling, so we needed some options. Let's go through all of our choices today. We've got, first of all, Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, The Perfect Son by Frida McFadden, Redeemed by Lauren Asher, Book Lovers by Emily Henry, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, and The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. That just makes me so excited to get into this month's reads. Like, honestly, even as I'm wrapping up these few books that I'm reading in the month of May, I am so excited to get into these different options. Who knows what we'll end up going with, but I will definitely need to subscribe to stay tuned to see what we end up reading. Stay tuned for my reading vlogs, reading challenges, TBR videos, reading wrap-ups, literally any kind of bookish video you can imagine. I film it here on YouTube, and I'd love for you guys to subscribe to join our little community on here and keep on watching. Thanks so much for watching. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!